We go to the Beta Breaker Run. That's where like 80,000 runners go by you within a period of less than 2 hours, or right around 2 hours. And that Beta Breaker Run taught me that 80,000 anythings is a lot of somethings. When you have 80,000 people walk by you in a 2-hour period, well, they walk by us because we have positioned ourselves on a hill. So they have to go slower by us than running on a flat place. You know what I mean? That's
good ideas.
Yeah. Yes. So they have to walk by us. But 80,000 people walking by you in 2,000, 80,000, it taught me 80,000 anything. So it's a lot of somethings.
Yes.
And so we're finished the event, and we're right in the midst of a neighborhood of homosexuals where they live. In these narrow streets, and their houses like this. And we're there with the bullhorn, we're cranking it on. I mean, really, we didn't mince any words. And so now it's time to go. And I mean, we have many dangerous situations, and this is a predominantly, this thing can explode, someone can get hurt. We've been there where there's fights and people wrestling us down to the ground, and cops coming in and security and taking us off in police cars for our own protection and stuff, because it's like a barroom brawl. But in this particular case, I could see that we were the only two guys there, and it was looking extremely dangerous. So I come in, and they're going at it. I mean, this is unbelievable. And then there were lots of people in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? They're getting involved, and it looked like this thing could really escalate. And so I come in, and I'm just really loud, saying something to the effect of, "Man, I just can't believe it. Every time I take you out, you have to get into some hassle with the homosexuals." I said, "I'm so sick and tired of going preaching with you, it's not funny. Can't we ever just talk about Jesus? You always have to get it into these homosexual people, man, upset people, make them mad." I said, "This is just making," and I went on and on.
They were like this, ready to punch me.
I said, "Yeah," and I said, "But we don't have to make an issue of it all every time. We don't have to put them down and scream in their face all the time. Can't we just talk to them about Jesus?" You know what I mean? And that dissipated the situation long enough for me to jet over, get the car. I come zipping by with the car, swung the door open, and Ruben, and he leaps into the car, and he's bouncing on the car with his legs out, and we drive off.
But anyway, Brother Jim, let me tell you guys something. He's a guy that I've known for years, and in the street preaching community, we have a tendency to devour each other and get into hassles with each other. Okay, and not many guys are going to be your street preacher buddy after 30 years. It's possible. It does happen. Weber used to come to my house with other preachers, and Weber and I were up in my dining room till 3 o'clock in the morning arguing Bible, while everybody else fell asleep.
Like the foolish virgins, all laid out sleeping.
We argue.
And we're just getting warmed up.
But we're not going to discard each other. I'm not going to disagree with this man. My wife, if she needs to talk to somebody, she calls Jim. Jim's wife, when she has a problem, she calls me. And so, and I say that. No, you're good. Everything's fine. And I'm going to bring this up a little bit, but this is something within these young street preachers, that everything has to be done my way. You need to look at verses my way. The word heretic is constantly tossed out. Jesus said something that was interesting to his disciples. "I have many things to say to you," he said to his disciples, "but the time isn't yet." Just because something is truthful doesn't mean we got to throw it on the table. Just because you know it's the truth doesn't mean you need to toss it on the table. Jesus said, "I have many things to say to you, but the time is not yet." The older you get, the mature you get, you realize not only does truth mean something, but there's a bit of timing involved in it. And it doesn't mean you shove it down somebody's throat at the time. Like I said, Brother Jim and I, we may disagree on many things, but let me tell you, if I have a problem, I can call Weber at any given time and get some counsel.